Hello there everyone, and welcome to P2 Plays, the place where we play card games, video games, and miniature games, and welcome to yet another Saturday Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream here. We got Grant with the new tier limits, and of course Andrew with Predaplan Despia. Anyways, we're triggering off with Grant with the tier limits, starting off with a King of the Swamp, the Grand Polymerization, fusing that off. It looks like he's sent off a Squamata and a one of the tier limits. It looks like it's gonna go straight into a window here. And then we're gonna be chaining, of course, the tier limits. Question is, which one's going first? So Hobness and then Squamata. So Squamata is going to go searching. Is going to go send a apologies, Shadow monster to the graveyard here. And then I believe the tier limits monster, I believe is going to start milling the deck. So anyways, a beast, it looks like to be going to go to the graveyard. So then it looks like the tier limit monster is going to be throwing those two on the bottom. So yes, actually no, but since the graveyard actually gets the fusion summon, it's going to summon the tier limits main monster. So anyways, he's going to draw a. Looks like he's going to go for a draw of a card off, of course, the beast. Looks like he may give Andrew the draw, or at least the cut here before the draw. Anyways, today we have 7 people doing this tournament. Of course, probably should just jumped in to make it even, but you know. So sure. Did he take?
I did out of order, which I grabbed a card.
The draw? I'm not exactly sure. So it looks like that was the draw, and then we're gonna go searching out for the tier limits card. So this is probably gonna search out their field spell, which is a hell of a card. Let me tell you, $80. Definitely is well deserving for what it can do. If that's what he's going to be grabbing. No, looks like he's going to grab one of the monsters. So anyways, the tier limit archetype is the archetype and power of the elements. Of course, currently, right now we have Tactical Evolution out. So anyways, now he's just going to offer the cut. So anyways, the window there is, of course, blocking one special summon per turn for the opponent. And then, of course, 2 back row and, of course, the tier limit monster.
It's a lot of fun. I know how to do it too.
Anyways, the tier elements, fusion monsters, no tier elements, Kalos, power of the elements. I'm pretty sure that's actually the X who came from Monk. This card special summon, you can take 1 tier elements card from your deck and either add it to your hand. Oh wait, I think the field spell actually isn't a tier element card. It names tier elements on it, but it's not a tier element card. In your hand or send it to the graveyard and target 1 monster opponent controls. Special summon 1 tier limit monster from your hand to graveyard. If you do, send the target monster to the graveyard. So you have a normal summon of the one and only man himself, Fallen Alabaz. And then, of course, the monster he added was tier limits Renahart. So it looks like we're going to pitch out the Predaplant there to then, that is the cost.
Because I control a tier limits monster, I can target a monster its effects, and then send 1 monster.
They didn't do the scrape. They took a literal bios.
It looks like Alright, looks like we have Super Poly being chained to the continuous trap card here there. Silic. So it looks like we're going to be sending the Fallen Alabaz and of course the window that's going to remove the restriction here.
On resolution, that resolves, then Silic activates.
And then
Silic is already active. Yeah. Your service and everything to flatten out.
And then, of course, here comes Mirror Jade's effect too, of course. And then the Forbidden Droplet on the Mirror Jade, stopping, of course, its banishing effect. Not the cost can still must go through, so of course a Despia, a fusion monster did have to get sent to the graveyard to resolve there. So Silic. If you control a Tear Elements monster or Vias Starfrost, you can target one effect monster. One effect monster your opponent controls. Negate its effects and send one monster you control to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can trigger an effect. Let's see. The Tear Element. Now we have Branded Open being triggered here. Of course, now it's going to pitch out a card here, so a Dark Ruler no more, then to allow for a search of a branded card. So that's probably going to go for a special summon out Aliber then now searching for a Despia a branded card, adding to his hand. This is now, of course, going to get Branded Fusion. It's the one and only. Anyways, the Tear Elements monster, Reinhardt. If this card is normal special summon, you can send one Tear Elements monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Tear Elements Reinhardt. If this card is sent by a card effect, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. And if you do, send one Tear Elements card from your hand to the graveyard. So anyways, here we go for Branded Fusion, sending, of course, the card straight to the graveyard. Power of... Power of that. So anyways, we have a monster just going out, and then another Fallen of Alabaz. Again, you must make something of the nature that has Fallen of Alabaz in the in its name. So again, that's how Branded Fusion will resolve, and that's going to be Albion. And then Catrix is coming out, one of the ones that gets to summon itself out of the hand. And then a lot of Tear Elements you'll see is we'll just quickly mill you.
I sent 2 Merliana Crow.
So so we have DD Crow and then 2 Tear Element monsters. Of course, the grave there from Havanus. Again, when your opponent activates a monster effect, activates an effect on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, 10 top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Oh, Ikio Pokio 69, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. But anyways, a board presence right here with the Predaplant monster, the Albion Mirror Jade, that is, by the way, halved here because of the effect of Forbidden Droplets, and of course the Predaplant monster. Then the effects, of course, of all our nice friends here. DDD or Lair OD Darkness, Lair of Darkness. I don't think so, but we do have some people who do play DDD. Sam is here, but I doubt he's going to be one to be on stream today. Yeah, I knew it was Lair of Darkness there. No one's playing any Lair of Darkness. I haven't seen Lair of Darkness in a long time. And it looks like we're going to use the effect here of the... And then, of course, there is Kaleido Heart there, the other fusion monster of the Tear Elements. Kaleido Heart is, if this card is special summon or if an Aqua is sent to the graveyard by card effect while this card is on the field, you can target one card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. So anyways, we're going to be, it looks like I think Albion triggered its effect to banish the, I believe it is the, not the Kaleido Heart, but the other Kaleido, the Kitkalus. But no, I think we might have one DDD deck, but he's not. I'm not going to want to be on stream. He typically doesn't. He hasn't wanted to be on stream in a while back. But anyways, and then the end phase here of Albion, allowing, of course, Andrew to grab himself a set himself a card to probably maybe branded. Right? So branded Banishment. I think this is the newest card from Power of the Elements. Branded Banishment. This is my foam boots and stuff. Is this the Power of the Elements? No, it's Dimension Force. Oh man. Scary Gary. Hey there, Gary. Yu-Gi-Oh. Did you know your things are here? As we have a scoop up. Andrew took it. All right, Andrew taking game 1 there. Anyways, it's our opponent's side. But anyways, Gary, did you see your labyrinths are out? Funny enough, I am looking into it myself. But anyways, just real quick here, branded banishment is target one be a monster or level. Special summon it, and then you can apply this effect. Fusion summon one level 8 or higher. Fusion monster from extra by banish. Fusion from the field. Oh, you got them? Good for you. I couldn't find any boxes, funny enough, so I actually had to order a box online because I'm probably going to pick it up too. But I'm probably going to do a Trap Tricks build. And what decks do I play? I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to decks. I've been recently into AI's physical decks. I play AI. I played Weather Painters last a couple weeks ago for a stream. I was just sitting there playing it completely. And then I play. And I'm playing Speedroids. And the next deck I'm probably gonna pick up is probably a few other decks I've been looking at that are a little interesting, and then of course the Labyrinth stuff because apparently it's very, very cheap. So, and plus I'm gonna mix that with Trap Trick and make Trap Trick Labyrinth. I don't know. I don't think you can mix it with probably Outlich. So yeah, that's what I currently play. I don't play anything tier 0. And funny enough, I don't think anyone here has like got any sprites. We got like a sprite-ish deck that's out there.
We've got 2 or 3 sprites.
Utopia? We did actually have someone, Zin's boyfriend actually was playing Utopia. I've never actually played the deck or seen how much it plays. I've seen somewhat of it on Master Duel, but not a lot in the physical TCG over here. Looks neat though. I'm not gonna lie. I always like neat decks, but the problem is I have so many hobbies that I can't spend all my time putting money into Yu-Gi-Oh! I am, of course, as many people know, a competitive Digimon player, so that's where majority of my funds go into. And of course, having a YouTube channel that deals in battle reports and miniature battle reports means I gotta have money to buy plastic and resin and to paint it. But anyways, here we go for a new hand. Oh, you're doing Unchained. Actually, yeah, that isn't the idea there. Unchained Labyrinth. That would actually make complete sense. You wouldn't have to worry about, like, mine. So anyways, here we go. Pitch out a King of Swamp to get a polymerization as per normal effects of King of Swamp. But yeah, I can see that one, just because the fact is all of the Unchained are Fiend. Lots you can do with the new stuff. I know some people want the new RuneScape, or Runic monsters. RuneScape is a game. But anyways, we finished up the King of the Swamp here. We're gonna normal summon Mariel. It's going to mill 3 DD Crow. It looks like a Remet, and then of course a Super Poly milled out to the graveyard. Not really, but anyways, we have King of the Swamp, and I believe the Tearlament monster going out. That's gonna okay, so we're gonna get kick Callow out onto the field. That's of course going to. Then we'll have of course some chain effect, and then so it looks like the Mary or whatever its name is. It's going to be Chain Link 2 here. What Digimon are? Digimon are your off-brand Pokemon that level can evolve but go back to their lower level. So anyways, we have 3 cards going out. Again, that's going to make Kaleido here, or he can practically make anything. I've seen this deck be able to make a lot of things with the ability of the Tearlaments. Yep, it does look like it's going to be the other Tearlaments fusion card here. And then he is going to resolve to add Ryan Hart off the kit. So it should be quite interesting. So then it looks like that we're going to be summoning Ryan Hart. It's going to send itself to grave.
Kalos, chain 2, Rhino Heart.
So
we're gonna chain 1, Rhino Heart, chain 2.
So Rhino Heart's going chain 1 and then kick Kalos in the chain. So here we go for looks like a mill 5. Woo! But when you got all the tier. Anyways, yes, that's kind of what Tearlaments, if you've never seen them, they like to mill themselves. No, I don't think Trap Tricks is getting a structure deck. The only structure decks I know that are coming up is just the we're supposed to get the Crystal Beast structure deck here near here soon, and then I think the Danger structure deck. Anyways, now we got a whole bunch of chaining going off again. All of these guys are happily chaining all over the place, and we thank you. Oh, it was announced. Oh wow. Okay. Yay for Trap Tricks. Okay. Look at Konami making all the structure decks today. But anyways, when the Kick Kalos hits the grave, you can target one monster you control, plus someone two elements monster from your hand or graveyard. If you do, send the target monster to the grave. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can send the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard. And then cards to the graveyard. Great. So anyways, that's what resolved there. And then Rimheart is effective, and of course now he's just resolving all the Tearlament effects that put themselves on the bottom of the deck and then summon a bunch of dudes. You summon a bunch of dudes all over the place. When this card is normal special summon, you can send one Tearlament's monster from your deck to the graveyard except Tearlament's Rionheart. If this card is sent to the graveyard card effect, special summon this card banished when it leaves the field. If you do, send one Tearlament's card from your hand to the graveyard. So anyways, so how do I actually know this deck? Funny enough, last week I played in a free tournament, and Jeff, one of our locals, played. So now we have Kalyuga, the Predaplant monster, the Kit, and a Rionheart and 2 face down. Ooh, that is a board presence there from Grant. Just the power of Tearlaments, if you've never seen it. Just the beauty. But anyways, Kalyuga, it states that I believe everything becomes. So, oh yeah, I believe nothing dark base can be triggered here, but it looks like that's enough to cause Andrew to go into game 3. So, all right, here we go. So I'm gonna try to find Kalyuga. I know for a fact it's under it's an invoked monster. Invoked. Kalyuga. Caliga. No, that's Kalyuga. I don't know why I was calling Kalyuga. Wow, the original. Like, she's still left there in price. Kalyuga. If monster effect attempts to activate, none of that player's monsters can activate their effects for the rest of this turn. Once cards face up on the field, each player can attack with only one monster during each battle phase. So, just the power of turning off effects. So just the power there. Not mentioning you only swing with one monster. Its defense is only 1800, so it's not exactly like a big booty on the field, but it is well enough to stand there and make your opponent regret all their decisions in life. But like I said, we have 7 people here. Again, if you're looking for a great place to come play Yu-Gi-Oh, this is the place to come in Muncie, Indiana, off White River Boulevard and White River Plaza. Free tournaments every other Saturday night, and of course paid tournaments just like this where we are live streaming them. If you don't want to catch them up, no worries, they're going to go right up to YouTube where you can catch them 100 times over until your brain melts of Yu-Gi-Oh and you get tired of my beautiful dreamy voice. So anyways, here we go. Our players are shuffling here, just shuffling in those new side cards to deal with the board presence. Again, that Grant playing up that huge board presence basically couldn't let Andrew play. No, wasn't allowed to resolve any truly the effects. The Kalyuga was pretty tough, but the problem is I don't think any like the traditional Predaplant or even any of the Despia monsters actually are high enough to actually punch over the Kalyuga to remove it from the field. But yes, that is the power of the Tearlaments, the ability that when they get sent off, they just get the Fusion Summon and basically can go into a bunch of stuff altogether. So it looks like Andrew is going to be taking the first here today. So let us see what was going to happen. So we're going to have a branded opening. Looks like that is going to be perfectly fine. So we're going to pitch out the strange card to go for going first. Dark Ruler no more. Anyways, we're gonna bring out the good Jester himself. The Jester's effect to grab a branded spell card that's gonna get branded fusion, and then branded fusion is then gonna go for resolve. No response from Grant on the fusion. Again, we're gonna be sending out a few cards to hopefully Okay, so anyways, we're seeing to kind of figure out what Andrew is pitching out. Ooh, okay, yeah, you were right. I'll take a look at that. Gary. Trap Tricks got structure deck announced. I had no idea. Shows what I know for someone who pays attention to Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. Not even know. But anyways, we have Albion coming off of his effect, and then of course on the effect to do for his fusion summon, sending both the Jester and the Alabaz to the graveyard to go resolve for a fusion summon. This is I don't think this actually makes Mirror Jade. I believe Mirror Jade needs a fusion monster.
No, this was just
monster, but the Aliber finishing off again. It's much like Lubin has the same similar effect where after its fusion summon immediately gets to come out. So anyways, now we're gonna make the Masquerade Dragon that's going to burn Grant for 600 anytime he activates a card effect. But anyways, then I believe the secondary monster he sent is going to send a plant monster. I probably believe it's some kind of protoplant. That's then going to probably add him a monster. Knowingly, I don't know much about all.
I saw picking a harp guitar in person. That was cool.
What exactly all the protoplans do? I know what Orpha Scorpio does because back in the day, that's how you got into Brilliant Fusion and you triggered Brilliant Fusion. So it looks like he's gonna go for the dinosaur, the Viper, protoplant monster. They all do different things. I'll look up protoplants here. Protoplant. Alright, well anyways, we have a set 3, we have the Masquerade and the Aliber. But anyways, the Predaplant he grabbed was Predaplant Klamadumastu. Alright, so anyways, now all spell cards must be set because of the nice anti-spell fragrance. Anyways, we got a set 2. This will remove any ability to fusion summon for Grant because again, all ES setting requires. But again, if the tier limit monsters can get sent to the graveyard by card effect, it will trigger there. So anyways, we're triggering Rhino Heart to send a tier limit monster to the graveyard here. That will then trigger the tier limit monster's card effects. So here we go for Havanus. Again, I meant 2 card effects have been triggered, so 1200 has gone to Grant here because of Masquerade Dragon being face up on the field. Again, that is nothing. You cannot ignore it unless you negate the effect of the monster itself. So anyways, those 2 are going to get fusion summoned, immediately going to be put on the bottom of the deck. This is probably going to make Kalos Kit. Yep, here's Kalos Kit. That's another 600 burned for Grant here. Because again, the Masquerade here. Kalos, of course, searching out a Tournament card. So it looks like we're going to go for Crime. It is their counter trap, just so for anyone knows. And then we're gonna immediately set that. It looks like the Kalos is going to go. Kalos Kid is going to go over the Masquerade Dragon, whether or not anything. Okay, so Masquerade Dragon will fall, but again, it can come out as long as your opponent can special summon itself from the graveyard. As long as your opponent controls, I believe, at least a Pacific Extra Deck monster. I believe it's Fusions is on that list. So then Kalos isn't going to be able to special summon out. Miriam is going to come out. Kalos is going to mill the top 5. Ooh.
Oh no, that's where it's gone. Boy.
And then we're going to mill the 3 for the Miri. So a total of 8 cards were milled there.
Early effect.
So anyways, here we go, triggering down the line. Looks like he only had one
Dimensional barrier.
Cheermans. So, and then D-Bear coming down, probably going to scream up.
And what is your declaration? I guess. Fusion.
I mean, we do have to announce it. So anyways, that is pretty much it with D-Barrier now negate, stopping anyone. So anyways, Crimey.
I'm gonna go ahead and activate
What does this do?
I send a prayer plant monster from my deck to my graveyard, then place a prayer plant counter on every monster on the field.
Got it.
Alright, so we're going to have a Predator Plant monster go to the grave, and of course then a counter going to be placed. But anyways, the...
Tip slip effect?
Yes, that's close. Get slip effect.
But anyways, here we go. So it looks like we have, of course, whether or not a card will be sent to the graveyard. Looks like we're going to be resolving to send the Predator Plant monster. I believe the monster already got sent, but it looks like we're going to add an Orphos Scorpio. Looks like the monster he sent allowed him to grab. So anyways, Orphos Scorpio is able to then summon the twin snake-looking one and then get a fusion spell. But when a spell or trap core monster effect is activated while you control a Tier Elements monster or via Frost, negate the activation, do shovel that card into the deck. Then send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. This card is sent to the graveyard by card effect. You can target one banished Tier Elements monster added to your hand. Alright, so there is Crimey. And of course, that is a counter trap spell speed 3 there. We go for Andrew, of course, having the Alabin up on the board. There's the fact that anti-spell fragrance does hurt him as well, just so anyone knows. The Masquerade Dragon cannot come out this turn. Again, there's no monster from the extra deck currently on the field because it was removed by its own personal effect. And again, Andrew is under his own anti-spell as well. Let's see what his play from here will be. So it looks like he's going to normal summon the effect of this Predator Plant. Alright. Well, anyways, we'll have to just kind of see. So we have in response to the summon. So again, its effect is I believe on summon. Alright, monsters with Predator Plant counters that you use as fusion materials are treated as dark. During your main phase, you can fusion summon one dark fusion monster from your extra deck using cards on the field and monsters from your hand, field, and/or monsters with Predator Plant counters. Opponent controls fusion materials. So, anyways, its effect is negated. Effect of the Predator Plant counter, and then of course, now he's gonna fuse those 3 away. Get just the power of being able to put cards on the bottom of your deck, mill your deck, and then. So, and then Kaleido Heart, and then Alabon is being spun back on the summon. Again, a very strong fusion card there to play. So anyways, now that Predator Plant has had its effects negated, the question is there anything in the graveyard that can help him, like ability to banish, the special summon. Now there is no Predator Plant counters on the field currently because the monster that had it actually no longer on the field, so this is going to be very interesting. Again, Grant is down on the life points because of the Masquerade Dragon. So it looks like that is pretty much it. Just the anti-spell fragrance and a new card.
Standby, main.
And so anyways, we've gone from standby and main. Now we're going to go to terraforming. That's of course going to get him the Tier Elements field spell. It's not going to be too much help here. Again, anti-spell fragrance requiring everything to be set field until that card is removed. Anti-spell. Alright, so we now.
What could that possibly be?
Now we have set the field spell. Well, this is why your judge is nearby to make sure nothing like that happens. Anyways, it would have triggered to get a Tier Elements monster to his hand, and then it could do a bunch of other stuff. Shenanigans. It's a very strong card for the Tier Element archetype. And for some reason, it isn't called Tier Elements at all, so you can't even search it out with any of the Tier Element cards, because it's not a Tier Element. Actually, it names Tier Elements on it.
I think that's a thing.
We're gonna just move it
That way because
It would make sense that no monsters in the Tier Elements. Psycho Search out their very strong field spell.
yes,
And with that, I'm gonna pass it over to you.
But anyways, then we're gonna pass. Masquerade, of course, is going to be coming onto the field again. Masquerade will not be able to burn here again. It doesn't recognize its summoning. It's summoning anymore, or that it was special summon used by about basically fusion summoned. It doesn't recognize that anymore since it came out from the grave, and is banished when it leaves the field this turn. So here we go for Orpha Scorpio. Orpha Scorpio is going, and then Salik is going to negate the effect once more, and then Kaleido is going to be have to resent that, and then Kaleido is going to begin its well, it's going to come back, and then it's going to foolish a card. Tearlaments.
And if this card is special summoned, I can just spin a card you control back to deck, so I'm going to spin the...
And there we go, Grant claiming the game. Power of Tearlaments. A very strong archetype, new archetype for the game. But anyways, that is the end of that. I'm going to clean up this board right here, and then we will be back with 2 new players, with 2 new decks, 2 new strategies, and we'll see where that all goes. But really strong to show here again the Tearlaments. Glad we have again. I already saw kind of what the Tearlaments do. Already kind of done with Jeff from last week. But anyways, I will be right back here with round 2, and we will be jumping into that round. Alright, everyone, welcome to back again. We got Gage here once again, and he's gonna be bringing us some Melfi Tri. Some Melfi Tri Brigades, the cutest little animals you've ever did see. We have Obedience School summoning, I believe, up to 3 different beasts. We got the little weird hedgehog one that pops on special summon, Kuras, and then it looks like some Melfi. And then we got Rescue Cat. So Rescue Cat contributing itself per cost to summon 2 beast monsters. Again, both beast monsters are destroyed at the end of the turn and their effects are negated. So now we have Melfi Puppy. And of course, whatever next one will be coming down. Again, this is probably all just going to go into a Tri Brigade monster. Melfi Wally coming down as well. To realize that for some reason Melfi has 2 Fs in it. But anyways, this is a very interesting, cute little archetype that came out a while back, and Konami's Lamb. They all have the ability to like spin themselves back. They got like support in Power of the Duelist as well. But anyways, now we got Melfi Mommy. This is going to allow him to search out of. Oh no, that's not Melfi Mommy. I think that's the little Melfi gathering thing. Melfi of the Forest allows him to search out and grab a Melfi card to his hand. And then we have Melfi Hide and Seek. The Melfi monsters are gonna hide, kids. Go and find them. But yeah, all the Melfi monsters do have like some kind of stipulation that if your opponent attacks or does something in like during the step, you can immediately just quickly like bring them back to your hand and trigger the effects. Now we have Bear Broom. And of course, looks like we have Hide and Seek is being triggered here. The first time each beast monster you control will be destroyed by a card effect. Its turn is on short. You can target 3 beast monsters graveyard with different names. Shuffle them into your deck and then draw 1 card. Really strong card to spin back all of your Melfis. Of course, there is Melfi Mommy as well. I think Melfi of the Forest is as well, and I think that is all they got. You can detach 1 Tyros from this card, add 1 Melfi card from your deck to your hand. If another face-up Melfi monster you control returns to your hand, which all of them do by their effects. Currently, there is no Melfi monsters on the field. Currently, it's just a Kuras and a Bear Broom, but it won't really matter. Here goes Kuras and Bear Broom to go into a Farrajet. Very interesting line there, but Bear Broom will be here to get a... oh my god, what is their trap card again? It's been so long since I've actually played Tri or seen Tri. Revolt thing. There it is, Revolt. And then, of course, now... So, there goes a card down to the bottom. It looked to be a kit. I don't think that needs to be revealed. It just needed to be a card sent from hand to the bottom of the deck. But anyways, we're going to be setting $20. That's probably the Revolt that just got set. And we're going to be ending on a Farrajet. Now, Farrajet can trigger to special summon a beast. So anyways, we got Kit. Then kick can trigger here as well by banishing Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monsters from the graveyard to then special summon up a Link monster based on the monster synth. Trust me, I've seen enough Tribegate in my life, on Master Duel and in real life, to know how these combos all work. I even played it back in the day when I was doing my Yu-Gi-Oh testing on Wednesdays. So no, he's just not going. He's not going to go for the kit effect here. He's just gonna have the Melfi, that monster that can do anything. A Pharaoh Jet that really can't do much. The kit is in defense and 2 sets, one of which is Revolt. So in a ways, again, it's pretty nice here that so in a ways, it looks like we're going to be triggering the man himself, Mr. Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier, of course, searching out a copy. I think you have to pitch a card out of your hand to trigger Galaxy Soldier special summon it to the field. But this does allow you to get 2 5s, which will go into Cyber Infinity. And so it looks like no, he's just going to go for a Galaxy Dragon. It looks like he's going to try to go for the Galaxy Eyes Dragon. Galaxy Eyes is also getting support later down the line. I just learned that from Zen. Your opponent controls it, cannot attack. Also, its effects are negated while it's face up on the field. Anyways, we're gonna another one of the Cybers dudes came down, and then that's going to allow him to special summon the Photon monster again. Galaxy Eyes use the Photon monsters as per its deck strategy. That's going to get the Galaxy Eyes Dragon to the hand. I believe the special summon it, you have to attribute 2 monsters. I think you can actually special summon not just by doesn't actually have to be like normal summoned. So it looks like we're going to be going into an XZs here, 2 level 4s, overlaying over each other. It'll be interesting exactly where he wants to go into. So it looks like, right, when this thing summons, so this is going to get at the Galaxy Eyes for free. So now the Galaxy Eyes is out onto the field as a 3k beat stick. That is the only attack position monster. Again, fearful to the fact that Revolt is still active. So he's going to special summon the dragon. He just searched it by targeting, of course, the Galaxy Eyes Dragon. And then now we're going to overlay those. I think Galaxy Eyes is a level 8. I think this is going to go into one of the Pacific Numbers monsters, if that is correct, which I believe it is. That is a level 8 there. But we'll have to see exactly where he wants to take the line. If I remember, Galaxy Eyes is level 8, but I believe he is.
It's mono blue now. Archon's still in it. Ravager's in it.
And the question is, what is he deciding on doing? Just taking. Yep, he is going to go to number 97. This is an FTK right here, or OTK, because you can't actually do it on your first turn and kill your opponent, because you don't get an attack phase on your first turn. So anyways, it's going to remove 1 material, then it's going to pick 2 dragon monsters from his extra deck, one of which will then get summoned to the field, the other will become material. I know exactly how this line ends. I've seen it enough time. It's a very interesting OTK that I really play. So it looks like we have a different, but we're going to go to number, I believe it's 100 or 99. It gains attack based on the amount of ranks on the field. So yeah, currently just by using like 97 is on the 12. It's only like 9,000, so that's how you get the OTK. So I mean, this is even bigger thanks to the rank 4s on the field, the rank 8s, and then I don't know if it counts itself. I think it does, because it's normally can get to the 9,000. So here we go. It's at 13,000. Yes, this is instant kill if Gage has no response or no way to remove it in any way. Otherwise, this is game, because it's just going to punch onto the Pharaoh Jet, and that is instant death. Melfi Hide and Seek has no ability to do this, and well, that is the game. Interesting that Gage didn't decide to go for Revolt. Oh, unless he didn't have the monsters in his graveyard to facilitate the Revolt. You didn't have any in grave? Oh, right, yeah, you have to use them. Okay. Oh, right. Right, you can only link someone with the ones you bring out from the graveyard. So yeah, 3 zones, didn't have enough zones there to resolve for the Revolt. Otherwise, he would have gone in. Revolt states that you have to link someone with the monsters that you use or come out of the graveyard. But anyways, we did get to see the Galaxy's Eye. The FTK with number 97 and number 99, which I really do like. It is a really cool FTK that you can pull off as long as you get it off. Again, number 97 is unaffected by card effects, so it is pretty hard to stop him. Now, it isn't too hard to stop like number 99. Again, the most common way to do it is that a lot of people will go for Hope Harbinger and then number 99 and put the Hope Harbinger under 99. But truth be told, it doesn't really matter what 2 monsters are as long as you have 2 dragon XYZ monsters and one goes over the other. So anyways, here we go. Eric might be looking like he's going to start it off. Again, the deck, again, if he's going for that OTK strategy, it's not too good because there is no FTK to facilitate from it. So anyways, we have a trade-in. Of course, a level 8 or higher monster has to be pitched to then allow for a draw 2. That's real nice there. And then we're going to normal summon this Photon Man here, and then special summon this Photon Man, and then now we're going to probably go search out the Galaxy Eyes monster. Yep, and probably means he's going to overlay for the level 4 to summon the Galaxy's Eyes. A little interesting of a way because there's not much you can really do. I think the deck can't go second. It's just that I don't think it's a really strong going first deck, especially if I don't really know what Eric's plan in here. And anyways, on the summoning the Galaxy Eyes, that is still a 3k beats that you have to tear through, and now 2 back row. I don't know if the XYZ does anything else besides just summon out the Galaxy's Photon. It's Photon Dragon. But anyways, here we go for Obedience School again. Well, I get. So it looks like we're going to be negating. Oh no, it spins it back. Right, that's the weird little trap card that spins the card back to the deck. Anyways, we have Rescue Cat. Rescue Cat trigger. I guess we're taking a quick read of the trip card. I believe it just spins back. I don't think it has a banishing. Oh, I guess we were trying to check whether or not it had a once per turn effect. Nothing like, getting hit with it twice. The power of cards that are not hard once per turns. Soft ones per turns, everyone. That's the best type of card. But anyways, now we have 2 cards set. Again, as long as Gage has a single Melfi, he could do it. So anyways, then that is going to special summon Wally. And like I said, all the Melfis, when your opponent goes for battle or does something with their card effects during during that time, the Melfi monster gets spin back and it does a bunch of Melfi stuff. Either summoning another monster or going for, all that other fun stuff. That's pretty fun when you can basically just bounce all your dudes back. But anyways, that is a little bit of a trouble because with both monsters being in defense, you actually can't go into number 99 and go for the OTK. Apologies, because it's not actually physically possible. Anyways, we're going to go to the Photon card here. That's going to allow him to special summon 2 Photon tokens to the field. So he's going to target one of the effect monsters, that then going to just negate the Photon trap spell card, again in the same column as the Imperm. Remember kids, no matter what happens, never play cards in the same column as a set card. You never know when you're going to hit an Imperm. So Wally is going to trigger its effect to bounce itself back to hand, and then he's going to, I believe, add himself a Melfi monster. No, special summon a Melfi monster, so Melfi Puppy coming down. No, I think he actually special summons 2, so Melfi Puppy and I think Melfi Cat. Okay. So anyways, we're going to have a redeclare because a monster did change in the battle, but the effect was not negated or anything like that. But anyways, Melfi Puppy gets to bounce back into the hand, and then that summons up another monster that's going to summon the Hedgehog. The Hedgehog is going to pop. Is going to destroy the the one and only. So basically, the Galaxy Eyes will get popped here by the Hedgehog, and that is sad. I forget actually what the physical name of that monster is, but again, in the Melfi strategy, it's better not to attack the Melfis. Even if you get to go for the redirect, I still wouldn't do it because the fact is that all the Melfi monsters all get their triggers, which isn't good. So anyways, here we go. Gage basically has a puppy and a Wally hair. Puppy and Wally. The mon is going to trigger its effect, detaching material, and probably the transition to standby or transition to main and bring out the Galaxy Eyes. We're gonna flip over another Melfi Wally. So we had a Wally set and a Wally special summon to the field. Fascinating here. So anyways, we're going to go into so we'll have to figure out exactly what's going to go here. So anyways, he might be going into either the Melfi of the Forest or Melfi Mommy. Again, that's the only two, I believe, Melfi. I think they have a third one. I swore I thought Melfi had something, some other XYZ monster besides Melfi of the Forest and Melfi Mommy. So anyways, we have Melfi Mommy here. They do have, yeah, I thought they have Joyous Melfi, and of course they have their own synchro monster, Merry Melfis. What is half these names? But anyways, we have Melfi of the Forest. Melfi of the Forest is going to get the Melfi Hide and Seek. Again, being able to shuffle back 3 beast-type monsters from your graveyard to your hand is really nice, especially in a deck that goes for Forge Tri-Brigade engine. Here we go for another XYZ summon of... And then we have, of course, Melfi Mommy. Why does that feel so wrong to say? But anyways, it's 2 plus level 2 beast monsters. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach 1 beast monster from your hand and or face up to the field to discard as material. This card gains effects based on the number of materials attached to it. Plus 3 cannot be destroyed by battle. Plus 4. So Melfi Mommy actually doesn't get... Oh no, he's actually got the Joyous Melfi. I'm about to say Melfi Mommy's only really good if it's got like a whole chunk ton worth of resources under it. Anyways, so now we got a Joyous Melfi. You can detach 1 tears in the card. Your Melfi monster can attack directly this turn during your opponent's turn. Quick effect: you can target 1 beast XYZ monster control. Return that monster to the extra deck. Then you can special summon level 2 or lower beast monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials that monster had. Okay. So basically, the little Hedgehog, it looks like we didn't go into the Melfi monster, Joyous Melfi, I think because of the nature of things. So anyways, that's just going to pop off the XYZ monster. The XYZ monster, of course, giving the Galaxy Eyes Dragon protection. And it looks like it did go into the Joyous Melfi here again, being able to, of course, spin back an XYZ monster extra deck. Now we have Melfi Hide and Seek. We're going to trigger. Looks like Wally's going to come down, and the Doogie. What? Doogie himself. And here we go for the draw. This is going to be a little hard because of the fact that Wally gets a spin back, and Dog is going to be able to spin back, and not mention that Joyous Melfi can then trigger as well. So this is going to be a little hard, just because of the nature of how the Melfis work on the field. Work on the field. Again, being able to spin themselves back. Again, one reason not to go into it again. So anyways, we're going to summon the 2 tokens to the field. And then, okay, so then here we go for both of the things again. When I think your opponent normals or special summons a monster, Wally's going to special summon 2, and then Dog's going to special summon 1. So Caddy coming down, I don't know which one's Ding, and then Puppy, and then let's see, he should have 1 more of the little like hedgehog-looking beast. Yes, he does. So the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon will be popped off of the field here.
damage on.
Alright, well, this is not exactly looking good for Eric. He does have 2 tokens on the field. But that's really about it. It's just 2 tokens. Those dice, by the way, are the tokens. I believe they're just 0/0s. Or I don't know what they are, but either way, they're in defense, and now they have to go through all of these level 2 beast type bosses. All of which are pretty much annoying. So, anyways, we're going to overlay yet once. Looks like we are going to actually link away for the good old Sprite Elf. It's our good friend, Mr. Sprite Elf. It's your favorite new Sprite card that can be shoved in as many decks as you want. Anyways, here comes the first Melfi, not the Joyous, the other Melfi. Melfi of the Forest. Good, looks like it's going to grab another Hide and Seek. Okay. I'm pretty sure Hide and Seek was a hard once per turn. But anyways, having a spare one never hurts anyone. Now it's gonna Joyous Melfi is going to remove to send itself back to the extra deck. Right, it says target a beast monster. It doesn't say target other. Nah. Hilarious. So both a little hedgehog popping both the tokens. Can this be game? I don't think so. Sprite Elf is like 1850, so I mean this thing is not very strong. I mean hardly. But anyways, then it's gonna we got a puppy coming out of the field again. This so it looks like we have Melfi hide and seek triggering here, spinning back these 3 Melfi cards, and then of course being able to draw 1. Again, the strength of ability.
Good! Age. Pick a number between 1 and 7. 4.
Alright. Now we have a bunch of stuff going away. I believe this is the Melfi Mommy. Yes. So that's a Melfi Mommy with 4. And basically, it will have the 3 material on it. And I know for a fact it is a quick effect. It's also a quick effect. So anyways, it looks like a card is going under the Melfi. In turn, you could attach 1 beast monster from your hand or face up to the field. This card's material. Okay, this card gains effect. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. It now has 3. I believe it has the 4. You take no battle damage involving this card. When an attack is declared involving this card and attack position monster, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack position's You can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack position monster's attack. Ew, that's gross. I believe he has the 5 under the Melfi Mommy, so I think he gets everything. And so now he's going to go for a Tenki. Yes, Tenki, of course, can search out all of every single Melfi, and then of course they can search out the 1 Tri-Brigade that you can send out of your hand. That is Frank Talk. Okay, so yeah, you can send out Frank Talk. You can get Frank Talk from there, and then Frank Talk can then trigger the whole conga line of the Tri-Brigade line. So it looks like we're going to be swinging with the Elf, and of course Mommy. Nothing like that is for sure. But anyways, now we're gonna go to main phase 2. Frank Tall. Looks like Kuras is going to be summoned, pitching the Frank Tall, which is not bad. You just need anyway. Kuras. The question is, will he go for attempt to trigger up the Kuras? Again, the question is, Kuras, of course, to summon it. So summon anything has to banish the material from the graveyard. And again, to go for Tri-Brigade, Revolt, he needs the amount of same spaces he wants to summon for the Link monster. So if he wants to go into Omen, he has to have 4 open spots on his field. So anyways, it looks like he's just going to go into Bear Broom. And then Bear Broom needs to go into something else. Looks like Bear Broom and the Melfi Forest are going to go out. And that is going to then make Pharaohjet. And then Bear Broom triggering here to get the Revolt. Just still a very strong card, even though Tri-Brigade isn't as heavily used as it was back in the day. It's still a very strong archetype for any beast, winged beast, or beast warrior based effect. So anyways, setting the card face down. I don't think you have to show the cards you set. on the bottom, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if your opponent knows what it is now, it's at the bottom of your deck until you shuffle it up. But anyways, here we go for Melfi Puppy. Is on the field. Again, 3 spots are left on Gage's field here if he wishes to use the Revolt. So we have the mini Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, the one that basically can go into the big Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And then here we go for the special summon. Melfi Puppy going to come back, and that's gonna probably summon a little hedgehog. I believe he's shuffled 1 back, so I believe he has the ability. If he, I didn't see what the 3 cards he shuffled back for hide and seek were. Interesting that Melfi hide and seek is just basically just level 2 beast type monsters. Very generic, and that's what's really nice about having that Pacific little hedgehog here. Just beast monsters, okay. Yeah, alright. Yeah, just beast. Wow, okay. So if I got all your beasts. So actually he's just gonna go into a caddy, alright. Interesting here. But again, the Melfi Mommy cannot be destroyed by battle, takes no battle damage, and then an opponent takes all of the attack damage when Melfi Mommy is being attacked. And then takes no battle damage, and of course then it also your opponent also takes the damage. So the question is, okay, so Galaxy Eyes is triggering his effect to banish both Melfi Mommy and itself. That will send all of the material from Melfi Mommy to the graveyard, which then will remove the basically the threat of Melfi Mommy. Alright, so those 2 will be banished until the end of the phase, in which they will be returned. But that does remove 5 sources from Melfi Mommy, and of course Revolt is active here at 100%. So end phase, Galaxy Eyes, Photon Dragon's back, and is Melfi Mommy. But again, Melfi Mommy has no sources under it. And then Caddy is going to trigger here to then allow him to I believe Caddy is Doggy special summon. They almost all special summon out a thing, but Melfi Caddy does add a Melfi. So basically now Melfi Caddy is going to then special summon out Melfi Penny. And the question is he going to resolve to summon any more of them? So it looks like those 2 are going to immediately go off, and that's going to, looks like to go immediately for a Synchro. The question is, what Synchro is he going to go for? He's going to go for the Melfi Mary. And then, so it looks like the Melfi Mary is going to spin back the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. But anyway, Caddy, just so you all know how he did that. Turn this card to your hand, add 1 beast teeth during your end phase. Because summon this card from your hand and going to use the effect. Let's see. So anyways, it looks like we have Mommy, and it's going to equip the Synchro monster here. Again, I'll grab the Synchro here. Melfi Mary. Mary Melfi's. If this card is special summon, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, return to the hand of your opponent. Normal special summons a monster, except during damage step, or if an opponent's target opponent card effect, you return this card to the extra deck, and then special summon 1 Melfi XYZ monster from your extra deck. Okay, pretty neat. So it looks like we have a Galaxy Eyes Soldier coming down onto the field. I'm not exactly sure. I swore I thought we have already ended, but I didn't catch it if that is the nature. But anyways, looks like we have look over. But anyways, trying to figure out how. I don't think it's hide and seek that did that summoning. I know for a fact I think it's at the end of his turn. Gage gets a special summon all the dudes. So, Melfi Penny. Okay, so except Melfi Penny, you can special summon this card from your hand. If a face that B monster control was returned to the hand this turn, except Melfi Penny, you can special summon this card from your hand immediately after this effect. So, anyways, we have Revolt triggering here on the end phase as well. This is going to go into, of course, we got One Bear Broom, Frank Tall, Kerr, Ras, and the Wally. That then has to go into at least a Link 4. And then that makes into a Sure Rag trigger, and that's going to banish the Galaxy Eye Soldier. And then that is Melfi Mami with 1,000 attack, Farajet with like 1,200. It's a very weak monster. And then Hide and Seek is going to trigger here. That's going to allow Gage to shuffle back 3 Beast type monsters. So one of the little chinchilla looking rabbit thing, Melfi. And the last one is another Melfi. Again, most of that is because some of that will be what he spins back because of stuff that came off of Melfi Mami. When, of course, it was banished and sent to the banished off of the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. So, anyways, here we go. How exactly does Gage go to wrap this up? Sure, Rag is 3K, so I mean it's still good here. Fairjet is well built, and Melfi Mami needs well a little bit more juice before it can actually be very strong here. Anyways, but it looks like that's enough attack power there to go for the game 3. Alright, so anyways, here we go. Game 3, everyone, with Melfi Tri and Galaxy Eye. Alright, apologies there. I was just checking when the Galaxy Eyes Dragon comes back. It's at the end of the battle phase. I thought it was the end of the phase itself, so kind of makes sense there. Just a little better of just clarifying an important card effect. Anyways, here we go. Cutting everything. Who is going to be taking the first? Who will be setting up their board presence? Who will be taking home victory? Cute little animals or galaxy wizards and dragons and soldiers and sci-fi magic? Anyways, we got Man, the Obedience School has opened. Man, Gage opened this card 3 times now. All his opening hands. Anyways, here we go for 3 level 2 beast. 3 beast type monsters coming out of his hand because the Kuras being coming out. So we have the little rabbit looking Pokemon, whatever it is, a Melfi Wally and a Melfi Puppy. It's probably just going to overlay that into, of course, Melfi of the Forest. We've seen that. Seen the effect before, or probably going to leave a Melfi up maybe. We're just going to set 2 there. Again, nothing to do much else. It is the first turn. You can go to Melfi Mami, but again, Melfi Mami only has 3 sources under it. So it looks like we're going to go Joyous Melfi to allow him to, if he wanted to spin it back and then summon 3 Melfi monsters. And then the end phase, Caddy has now appeared upon the field, everyone. Melfi Caddy. So, anyways, here we go for how exactly how exactly Eric gets through this. Again, the Melfi Caddy is going to be able to trigger here, and then if he goes for the Melfi Penny then can summon itself, and then immediately afterwards go for its synchro play. And not mentioning, I believe he has the quick effect of Joyous Melfi, if I remember Joyous Melfi being a quick effect. Alright, Eric has set one card, and now we're just going to Regeki the board. I mean, that is a good card, everyone. That is a good card. Being
No, absolutely ass.
so, anyways, it looks like Joyous Melfi is triggering, and then during opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one beast, XYZ monster you control. Yep, so it is a quick effect. So, anyways, but anyways, it won't really matter because it just gets a spell back, and then suddenly everything gets nuked off the board. Yeah, so now you still have it, Gage. You just you nuked everything off the board to do it.
It's not even. I didn't even lose to the funny shit. I lost to Mystic Mind.
All right, so here we.
Unreasonably mad about this.
Tyler, you can't
Alright, well, anyways, there was just a question from Eric about triggering using tokens as XYZ material. You can't actually do that. Tokens cannot go into XYZ material. They can become link monsters all you want, and you can turn them into synchro monsters, as we well know enough. Well enough from our days with Tri Brigade. But anyways, it looks like both those got attributed off to swing in for this big Dragon Man. And then, of course, the one that, of course, targeted the Galaxy Photon Dragon and was able to go into number 97 and swing for the game. It's a little sad he couldn't really do it. So anyways, but we do have a Revolt. Wow, he had that in his opening hand. Talk about that. Anyways, all four of those get to come down. I don't know if this is in battle phase, before battle phase, but it won't really matter. Shurag coming down. All four of those going back to the graveyard. The power of Revolt. And then Shurag is going to banish off the dragon there, removing it from the board. And then we're going to just pass there with a Shurag. Very strong card, nonetheless. Very strong. I absolutely love a Shurag. Alright, well, anyways, we'll have to see how Gage does now. So it looks like he's just gonna swing in with the Omen here. Not a bad idea. It's just swing in with the Omen again. Omen's effect triggers anytime you special summon a beast, wing beast, or beast warrior type monster, and then it's in the end phase. It's coming, so Shurag will be able to do this next turn because of the way the Melfis work. Man, actually, that's kind of broken. But then again, Shurag is a hard once per turn for his effect. So anyways, we're just going to have to kind of see how Eric gets through this. Shurag is 3k with the ability to banish anything that comes down the field because of Melfi Wally being up on the field. In the second my card is normal summon or we go straight into battle, Melfi Wally gets to immediately trigger, and then that summons up to beast that then triggers Shurag, and Shurag is happily just going to banish whatever monster is on the field. So it looks like we're going to be, I believe he's special summoning a Galaxy Photon Dragon. From his deck here. A little interesting exactly how, again, Eric gets through this, because the issue, again, is that Shurag, being that Shurag is not a... it's just when a beast warrior, or beast type monster is summoned to the field, Shurag just gets to happily resolve. Because that's a complete reason for a card to be good. So anyways, we're going for the resolution here of the card. I believe you can summon a Galaxy Eyes or any photon-based monster. So we'll have to see kind of what exactly he's going to go summon here. Just taking a Eric's just taking a look through his deck, trying to figure out what the right play here is with the course the Shurag and the Wally being both up on the field. So it looks like he's gonna summon that. So then Malfi Wally's triggering here, spinning itself back, and then of course summoning two Malphys to the field. Here comes a Malfi Puppy, and then a Malfi Caddy. Shurag isn't going to be able to trigger here, and that's going to banish the monster that well, it looks like no, he's going to banish one of the face downs. All right, one of the trap cards. Good hit, good hit. All right, well that's pretty much it. Well, anyways, it looks like we have a cut. It looks like Gage is giving his deck a cut before he draws for the turn because again he did do the searching from Malfi Wally. But anyways, we're gonna have a set. So we'll have to see kind of how this ends here as we move into finishing it up. Jacob Viang, 3456, said Okaiba's Blue Eyes White Dragon. Sure, it's a Seto Kaiba. I forget who the Galaxy Photon Eyes main user was back in Zexels. Thank you. And that is your time. So, what phase were you guys in?
I was in my main phase 1.
All right. Well, when you pass, so you got the game. Yeah, you got a lot of life points. All right. Well, the game goes over to Gage with the Malfi Tribe. Well, anyways, we're going to clean up board here before we jump right in to the last game of the day. All right. Apologies, I won't be able to show I think the top two players because again one of them has requested not to appear on stream, so we are going to go to I'll be right back. I'm going to quickly go collect the scores, find out who we're having playing, and then we're going to set that all up. I'll be back here soon. Alright, welcome back to the last round, everyone. Here we are. Well, anyways, we're going to start off with the Predaplant Chimichanga looking monster because I couldn't pronounce its name, so it's just now Chimichanga. Predaplant is going to attempt to try to go for the fusion summon. Looks like it's going to get hit with an imperm, and that is the end of that. Alright. So let's see what we got. Man, Gage, can you stop adding that to your hand when you go first every... Man, all starting hands, or at least you've gotten it some way in your hand, whether by drawing it for your turn or by, of course, just having it there in your starting hand, you have had Obedience School. I mean, sure, it's not a limited card, so, I mean, if it was a limited card, you got it all the time, sure, it'd make even weirder, but, that, of course, the card is not limited. Anyways, here we go. So all three of the two Malphys and the our little friend right there are happily out on the field. And here we go for normaling of the Rescue Cat. Rescue Cat happily triggering now. Of course, contributing itself to summon two beast type monsters. Now it's a little.
Instead of working in a low section. Yeah, he's got a folding table in his trunk that I thought about bringing in. I told you I'm a mobile card.
So anyways, it looks like we are, of course, still responding on whether or not what to do for the Rescue Cat, so it's going to bring out a Wally. Again, these monsters already have their effects negated, so they cannot trigger this turn and will be destroyed if not they aren't used. So anyways, we got the kit as well. Very interesting to bring out a kit, but I guess kit is level 2. Who would have known? Okay, of course, won't be able to resolve its vanishing effect here. Not that it really, I think, wants to. I think there's only a Rescue Cat in the graveyard. So, unless you're going to summon a Link... Unless Tri Brigade's got a Link 1 that they can summon. So anyways, I think he's gonna go into Joyous Melfi. I think that's probably what the plan is, or Melfi of the Forest, or we're just gonna go into 5 Joyous Melfi.
I do need to.
Or is that Melfi Mommy?
Actually, yes. It's 2+.
Joyous, yeah, I know it's 2+, because the ability to quick.
Into the top.
I mean, the ability to quick effects to send it back and then special summon a bunch of dudes isn't bad. Here we go for the Joyous here. Then it's going to summon basically all these guys back there. They do not recognize the originality summon. So anyways, the one little rabbit-looking creature is going to pop the Predaplant monster off the field, and now we get to go into a bunch more summons. Again, Kit can trigger here. There's no, she can't. Still, there's still one beast in the graveyard. Because again, the XYZ spends itself back.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're gonna overlay.
5 minutes ago.
Well, question is, where exactly are you going? So it looks like we're gonna go to a Link 2. We're going to go into a Farajet. Farajet can trigger its effect. It's also going to be able to trigger its effect as well if it so wishes.
Good choice.
Let's say what my timer zapped out for there a second. But anyways, it looks like we're going to be special summoning out the Kuras thanks to the effect of Farajet, Kuras, and Farajet going off probably to become a Bear Broom? Yes, we are going to make the Bear Broom here. And then Farajet's going to be able to draw Gage a card, but now he has to put a card from his hand at the bottom of his deck. No, you don't. It just states it would have. But anyways, Gage there thought he had to do revealment for every time a card gets put in the bottom for Bear Broom or for Farajet. You don't actually have to reveal for those cards. It doesn't actually physically state it in text. So anyways, now we're going to overlay 3 here. I believe this may be going into another Joyous Melfi. I believe that is a hard once per turn for Joyous Melfi. A little sad though that Bear Broom is not. A little sad that Bear Broom isn't be able to go and get you to revolt so that you could trigger revolt here, but you do still get to use Joyous Melfi here.
Yeah, that's a roll.
More Robux of it. But in the before time. It's a 5. It's a 5.
Quick word on the
So to start with,
Bear Broom. So that melee is going to negate the effects on the field. No monsters can respond to, of course. And then the Alabasta is going to trigger. So again, Dark Rule no more. You can't respond it with monster effects, so the Joyous Melfi could not do it. So anyways, here we go for Fallen Alabaz, and it looks like we're going to be sending, of course, Joyous Melfi. A little sad you have to see the pain of getting hit by a one and only Dark Ruler no more. Now we're going to bring out the Mirror Jade. And of course, Mirror Jade is then going to trigger its effect as soon as he, of course, pays the cost of sending a fusion type to the graveyard. So the Albion going out, and then that's going to banish the one and only Mr. Bear Broom. That will remove Bear Broom's effect. Again, Mirror Jade cannot trigger that effect on Gage's turn. It is a hard, it's a hard effect thing. But anyways, the Albion is going to then. Anyways, also, why he didn't attack there is Dark Rule no more. If you're not aware, what the card effect does is that your opponent takes no damage from battles the turn you resolve the card effect. So we have a branded opening being added to Andrew's hand to be used next turn to allow him to probably go out for the Jester and then continue the Despia play lines. So we have Frank Tall going to send out. That's going to send Nerval effect to send Kit kit to
I don't care.
and then
Until
Kuras.
I say you can come back in. Yes.
But anyways, now we have the Kuras here in the hand because of off of the Narval.
I don't gotta move shit.
But anyways, then we're gonna send it. Then we're gonna bring. Looks like he sent another Narval to the grave for the Kuras, and then Kuras is going to resolve its effect here to banish them.
Apparently he didn't
What
think
the
I
hell
was
was
serious.
that noise?
But anyways, here we go for the banishing. It looks like he's gonna go for the 4, and then that's probably gonna make.
You can go out too.
And then that's gonna trigger Shurag. Shurag to go for, I believe, the his is banished. I believe Kuras Omen does not.
Today and I am not the person.
So it looks like they're just taking a read of each other's cards about targeting banishing effects or anything like that.
No, they're saying shit that I've already banned from being said in the store.
I will.
Get the fuck out!
Oh, you tried to die.
So it looks like we're not going to go for the Mirror Jade. It looks like we're going to banish one of the trap cards here. I believe that was branded potions. But anyways, now we have Rescue Cat. Rescue Cat going for its trigger.
I'm just stupid. I put my flame out of.
But anyways, so Rescue Cat going to resolve here. Again, the two level 2 monsters that are coming out again cannot have their effects activated. Kuras is already triggered for the turn. He is a hard once per turn. Otherwise, he'd be broken.
Oh, there's a Pioneer deck in here. I forgot.
Well, I'm trying to think. Mirror Jade, I think is 3K or 350. 3,500, so I'm not exactly sure how a Shurag is going to rip it apart. But anyways, Malfi in the forest. That's going to then remove material to allow him to add a Malfi monster to his hand. But it looks like we're going to have a quick thought on the summon of the Malfi in the forest. I guess that is truly the question of the day of what exactly is the other. So it looks like we have the on the summon.
They were pretending like modern.
So okay, we got ourselves a Super Poly. So Branded and opening is going to get pitched out, and then basically we have 3 Earths on the field, plus Mirror J being a dark. Wonder where exactly he can go. I know a lot of the Predaplants.
To be fair, his shirt is.
Oh right,
Gonna go
yeah.
for
Oh, the one with the
Melfi and shirt.
one with the same type and the same attribute together. Right. That weird bird. Well, anyways, there goes all of those monsters off of the field. So the question still is, how do you remove the Shurag? It's going to matter on what exactly Gage has, but I think Gage is actually out of out of cards. So it looks like Shurag and Mirror Jade are going to crash. So they're both 3K there. I thought one was a little higher than the other, but well, 3K to 3K. Brandon Fusion. Talk about top decks there, folks. Talk about the top decks. So anyways, now we're going to trigger Brandon opening, or Brandon Fusion, of course, going to send a few cards here. Apologies. Looks like we Albaz and one of the plant-based monsters that allow him to send a Predator plant to the graveyard to trigger that effect.
Because this is a
So I wanted to step away. I was having a little coughing fit. I don't think you all want me to hear that. But anyways, we have the Alban triggering hit coming out off of the Branded Fusion, and then that's then going to then trigger its effect, and then that's going to looks like he special summoned out a Mirror Jade using a Mirror Jade and something else out. And then getting the Orpho Scorpio off the monster he sent off the Branded Fusion. And that then goes for the game, and Andrew taking a clean game 1. Gage looks like he's just taking a read, but I moving down, he can't do anything about it. Game 1 going to Andrew. Alright, well anyways, here we go. Players are going to do some siding, and I'm going to quickly go get our cards for today's little opening after all the tournament. I haven't been able to do that because our players just ended so quickly. Alright, hello there. Welcome back. Apologies, I went dark there. Our players were simply just siding. So anyways, I got 2 technical masters to open for you for today's stream. A couple X records we get there, and then for OTS 19, again OTS 820 coming out in October. So I have a lot of packs of 19 open, and Paul says we're going to be giving out some mats today. Nice pack. And man, Gage, I know you. That beating school must be tied to your hand. Ooh, the so Matt today, of course, looks to be the Live Twin mats. So anyways, the beating school is going for resolution here. Anyways, like I said, Paul has got a few mats today to give out. And
Want to know what got you first place? What 2 words came out of your mouth that were not supposed to be uttered?
I mean, a fan.
over again? No.
You never told me that.
I've told Sean that I don't know how many times.
But anyways, here we go for the Obedient School with these 3 monsters. Again, their effects are negated. Again, it won't really matter when you get to overlay them into a level 2, and then basically it will not matter. So anyways, it looks like we're going to go to the Joyous, and then it looks like Joyous is going to just trigger his effect and bring them back out to the field. And then, of course, we're going to be setting 1. And then
Take a minute.
He has like 25
Every single
of
one.
them.
Special summon a monster to attack them. I can use the effects.
so anyways, yes, so all of them will be able to spin themselves back to the hand. Wally special summons 2, Doggy special summons a beast, and then Caddy adds a card to his hand. Again, anytime that your opponent special summons a monster or attempts to attack, they get to chain to their effects. The joyous abilities of all things, and we already know that going from Caddy to Penny and then Penny to Synchro Summoning is not half bad. So, very, very strong idea here. I think it just gives the ability of all the Melfies just being an annoyance because the fact is how they like to just spin themselves back and then basically do a bunch of nuisances. So that is what do we question? So anyway, we have Predator Practice that allows him to special summon a Predator Plant, and then of course special summon a Predator Plant and then add a Predator Plant. So. And then this is going to allow him to then add a Protoplant monster to his hand. So this is going to add the Chimichanga one, because I don't know what the name.
New chain.
So Chain Link 1 is the Orpha Scorpio. Again, is a priority. You must go first, and then...
My hand, then special summon a...
So anyways, cost of course is to pitch out, so it looks like it's going to go... So anyways, here we go for quite a lot of triggers going off. All the Melfies coming up. So anyways, the Orpha Scorpio summoning out the twin snake looking Protoplant monster. So anyways, looks like we got Hop Ear Squadron being the one you could target one of your guys and then summon your monster out, and I think reduces level and then synchro. But anyways, it just targets a monster, then goes for a synchro summon. It's how a lot. I remember back in the day, how you can go from that to a Baron, and then Melfi Wally summon, special summoning to Melfi monster. Now again, it has to be I think 2 new Melfi monsters because I believe they're all hard ones per turns.
Oh, these are the ones that are. Okay, gotcha.
And then next time.
And then the little hog rabbit.
Search my deck for any polymerization or fusion stuff.
So anyways, so it looks like we have a Chain Link 3, and then the little rabbit's gonna pop off the Orpha Scorpio. So we have. So no way to get to a fusion card. Of course, getting hit with an imperm doesn't exactly help either. And then of course, Melfi Penny is going to trigger here in hand. Of course, when a Melfi monster is spun back to his hand, he's going to be able to summon it, and then synchro summon with his Pride Guard to summon the Melfi.
We're also in year 8. Okay. February 1st.
So anyways, then Melfi Penny is coming on down. Then that will resolve for its synchro summon. Penny and a few dudes going out of his hand, and here we go for the synchro summon of the one and only Desert Locust. Desert Locust doesn't get to. But anyways, I think a monster is then ripped out of Andrew's hand here when it is summoned to the field. So anyways, looks like he's going to discard one of his cards, and then effect on resolution to then go to another synchro summon here for the Desert Locust.
No, this is not the same fact. They're 2 different.
So how healthy is your couch?
It's not blueberry.
You're good.
But anyways, here we go, chaining the Desert Locust. That's gonna make then to an Omega, and now we have an Omega in the hand. Okay, so now we have an Omega on the field.
Oh no! See, he was spending quality time in his car.
So then the Despia monster there allowing Andrew to search out the branded fusion. And then now we have Hop Ear Squadron coming out to the field. Again, it has to target a monster on the board. And then these two are going to... Looks like there's a read of the Hop Ear Squadron.
Oh yeah.
Well, not of course it can target the rabbit, but it looks like it's good to go. It's gonna synchro summon to a level 4 here. So the question is, what we're gonna make? We're gonna make a Herald itself, everyone. It's the man, the myth, the legend, the Herald. And then Omega is going to trigger here on yet another chain to rip a card out of Andrew's hand. That will return next standby phase. Okay, so the Chimichanga Predaplant is out of Andrew's hand, leading Andrew with 2 cards, one of which is the Alibur. Now he has yet to normal summon this turn because he did special summon out the Predaplant calling to summon out, of course. The man itself, but again, that Herald is a negate as well, and anything that's sent from the hand to.
I will activate Brand Fusion.
Well, there's Branded Fusion. I mean, yes, Branded Fusion is a hard once per turn, but Herald, I believe, negates activation, so it doesn't negate effect. If I'm remembering Herald right, so it will actually, if he has another one or a way to get into another one, he just, I believe, will be activated again. Because the effect wasn't negated. Effect was negated. Effect was not negated. The activation was negated. Sounds fascinating over there, Paul. Sounds fascinating over there.
Yeah.
So it looks like whether or not we're going to be triggering the one and only Herald here.
Oh my god.
Alright, well anyways, it looks like Branded Fusion is going to be resolving here, sending a Fallen Alabaz.
Busy with that thing. She'll never know anything we do.
Anyways,
Alex really kegs on this. We could be partying in here. She'd never know. She's never trying to.
so anyways, then we're gonna send the plant monster. Those both get banished because of the Herald.
Doesn't matter. She figured it out already.
For the second time in.
So anyways, the effect of the Alabon was going to trigger there. Is going to get negated by the Herald, removing its fusion ability.
Yeah, notice it backed up.
But anyways, so we still have the normal summon. So here we go for normal summon of Alibur. Again, Branded Fusion is already been resolved. Branded Fusion is also hard once per turn. And looks like we got another Branded Fusion. Okay, well, a follow-up never hurts anyone. I truly don't doubt people do a lot of effects. So anyways, Melfi Candy has already triggered its effect, so it cannot trigger. And again, all the Melfis are hard once per turns. But anyways, removing Melfi monsters is not a bad idea to remove. And we have one set, and then Alabon is going to trigger his graveyard effect, allowing Andrew to add himself a branded spell card, probably branded opening, because you know that makes complete sense. Or set it as well. So no, we have branded banishment here. Anyways, Gage is going to take a draw here. He is up on an uphill, not exactly an uphill battle, but the. Anyways, Omega is going to be coming back on the standby phase, so both their cards will be coming back. The Chimichanga Predaplant and the Omega coming back as well. Again, Omega can be able to trigger in the main phase to spin itself back out and then summon another monster. So anyways, let's see how this is all going to end for Gage and Andrew. So how exactly is this going to end? As we normal summon a Norval. Now Norval, I believe there's plenty of winged beast monsters in the graveyard, so there's a great chance it can go for its resolution here, and then. So anyways, here we go for the cost. I bet this is going to go into Shureg. Don't know if he has the necessary material for everything. So we'll have to see how many he decides to banish out. I believe he should at least have 2 or 3. So it looks like he banished. I believe it looks like 3. So I don't know if he did the 4. No, okay, so he did the 4. So anyways, he's gonna go into the Omen. So then that's going to. So here we go for the Predaplant. So now every monster is going to get a Predaplant counter, and then a Predaplant monster is going to be being sent from deck to grave with no response. And then Brandon Banishment is going to get respond there.
Summon a Despia or level 8 or higher fusion monster from graveyard. I can fusion summon with monsters on either side.
Alright, so anyways, here we go. And then Omega is going to respond here, basically making sure it makes sure it stays alive. So anyways, it's going to move. It looks like Branded Opening is going to be gone for until the next standby phase. So the Alabon is back out on for Brandon Explosion, and then Brandon Explosion is then going to trigger here. So it looks like he's going to trigger looks like he's going to summon Tragedy off of Explosion, Banishment, Brand Banishment, and then he's going to go into one that basically Quillotus, that basically turns all monsters to 0 attack. Basically for the turn, and then he's going to be able to send, and then the only single. So Tragedy's going to add him a branded card, and I think the slip adds him a Predaplant monster as well. And of course, like I said, Narval does have a Predaplant counter on it. So the Despia monster, the one that basically went into the grave, actually has an effect. Also can reduce, and then he's going to add the Pendulum. Yes, the Pendulum Predaplant monster to his hand. Off the Predaplant monster, he's sent to the graveyard. So again, this isn't So anyways, it looks like we may be going after the fusion monster here. Shurag does not. His effect is not negated, so he still gets it. He still gets to resolve. So Quitless. So it looks like Quitless is not going to be resolving, but I believe it allows him to special summon a branded monster to the field or add one back to his hand, like the Gesture or anything like that. So it looks like we're going to be sending Amalfi to summon out Kuras. Or it has to be a Beast Warrior type monster. It has to be at least sent to the graveyard to summon Kuras. Now Kuras can, of course, pay the cost. Now Shurag can't come out here because Shurag's already triggered. I mean, you could make another Shurag, but I don't know how highly effective another Shurag is going to be here. I mean, sure, it's a 3K beat stick that could be a 3K beat stick, and we love 3K beat sticks as much as the next man. But you never know. Looks like we're just going to go for 2. So we're going to bring out a Ferrojet. I believe he's probably just going to go up into trying to go for. So looks like we're going to be triggering the little rabbit hedgehog looking creature to pop off the Alabor. The Alabor. No, trigger the Gesture, and then that's going to go into a. That's going to then trigger into the Joyous Melfi. Joyous Melfi spinning itself back to special summon 2 Melfi monsters to the field. Again, there was only 2 level 2 monsters on the field. So here we go for, of course, the other pop there from the Hedgehog Rabbit. And then Melfi Caddy. Alright, so anyways, Melfi Caddy. So it's going to be very interesting still exactly how Gage can still get through this. I believe he could still.
He told me to pick a random number. I picked a random number. I did a dice roll.
I mean, he can still go to Bear Brew out. And find someone to go from Bear Broom into that. Melfi and the Forest is going to trigger off here as well, and then that is going to go into and then that's going to get him into Melfi Hide and Seek. That's going to allow him to shuffle back 3 beast monsters back to his deck, and then allow him to draw 1 card.
I can't teach you how to have taste.
Well, I have taste.
But anyways, we're going to be shuffling here. Not bad for what Gage has been doing here. It looks like he's put back the 3. I think he went. I don't know if he went for 3 targets just yet, or if not, I wasn't really paying attention. Apologies, but I guess you all got to see whether or not he sent the 3 monsters back to go for this. So anyways, it looks like he did, so he's going to be drawing for Hide and Seek. So, looks like we're going to be swinging with Melfi in the Forest and Ferrojet. Narval has 0 attack.
It's fine, I'll be the basic white bitch.
You don't know this, but you're devastated.
And then we're going to go from there into a Zeus. That Zeus does have 1 full removal from the field.
I mean, I also have vampires. So.
Now this is a hand.
So this is going to be very interesting now that that Zeus is on the field.
Okay, Eric.
Omega.
Pogo.
Omega. Omega's not officially gone. You guys need to resolve. But anyways, here we go, Omega. We almost forgot about Omega, or our players almost forgot about Omega. But as no, he has priority until he does something. Omega doesn't get priority until he triggers something. But anyways, Omega is going to sit right there again. The problem is Omega can't do anything right now until priority has passed to Gage. Andrew has to trigger something here. The question whether or not. So it looks like Omega will not chain to Bernard opening. But anyways, it looks like we're going to be sending 2 guys to the graveyard. I believe it's a Fallen Alabaz, and then now we have another Elubun come out, and then that will be able to resolve. Alubin's gonna Lumen and Alubin, the weird dragon, fire dragon looking monster, is now going to resolve its effect. It's going to then banish those 2. I think that's going to be going into Mirror Jade here. Looks like Lubalion now. Lubalion is now going to trigger his effect. That's a very interesting go and play. But anyways, it looks like we're going to the Chimichanga Predaplant. Omega is going to chain here. I think Omega is on a cost to banish itself. Okay, so it's not a cost. Okay, so it's going to chain there, and the rest. Response on the activation of Omega from Andrew here to see whether or not he has one. And here comes the Supers of Polys. And the Zeus. Again, Super Poly cannot be responded in any way. It is basically it is a pseudo spell speed 4. It's very strong card. The fact is that it came back. But anyways, we're gonna Illumin is triggering his effect. It's gonna spin back the Elubun and Eleban and the Fallen Alabaz himself, and that's going to go into Mirror Jade, and then of course so the question is, where exactly is this going to be going to? So it looks like we're going to go battle phase. Mirror Jade is going to just punch over the Narval.
Is that not mandatory? The effect to stop it from being destroyed. Oh, that's like card effect.
Alright, well anyways, battle damage coming fast and hard into the Narval there. Punch, then that's going to go over the Therajet. And then the Lumen can then come in for directed damage.
Imagine getting a 1 in 8.
Wow, okay, well, all right, well, one more turn for Gage because of the effect that, man, I didn't even realize, because most people don't even have that stay on the field. They may usually spin that away and then make it into a mirror trade. All right, so then it looks like he's going to be fusing those who off using the Predaplant Pendulum. He's going to fuse into the Predaplant. I believe that's quick effect to just like pop in the field. He's going to have to draw one.
Are they all playable? Yes.
And then
Are they all good?
No. Bad cards exist so that we know what good cards look like.
Exactly.
Show me what good cards look like.
You
and
can
show me
play
what
them
bad
directly into the
Yeah, like how you
But anyways, here we go. It looks like we're gonna do Melfi Hide and Seek for the for Gage here, allowing him to shuffle back some good old some beast type monsters to allow him to draw a card. Now he is down on life points here because he did take 3k, and I think Alabun is 28 and Therajet is 1200, so he should have took about 16 to 1400 off that attack. And of course, like I said, Lumen is not able of swinging in for any attack after it resolves its effect. Okay, so here we go for Karass, and then now Karass can go for his resolution. Now hit the now all the Tri-Brigades do have a cost to banish the how many you want banished before response is given here. So how many? So I believe he might have.
There's also
So anyways, the Predaplant monster is going to trigger here, and he is going to go for its effect to negate. And that is it. With Karass effects negated, Andrew will get to draw here, and he will be probably walking away with the wind, because here comes Fallen Alabaz, and looks like we're just going to go straight into battle, and that is the time, you two. And battle phase will resolve, and Andrew takes the game.